Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. In today's video, I want to take you guys quickly through an insane deal on an SSD available on Amazon right now. Don't typically go over hardware deals, but I'm gonna be trying to change that, incorporate some more hardware-related content on this channel again, since it seems like you guys have been enjoying my brief attempts at getting back into doing this. Also, a Steam event in the summer Game Festival has unfortunately been delayed with everything going on in the world, and Jurassic Life, a game that initially started out as a fan-developed project for a Half-Life 2 mod, now is becoming its own original project. It will be a free title. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, the Silicon Power 1TB SSD 3D NAND solid-state drive is down to $90. A terabyte SSD for $90 is like kind of insane. I mean, whenever I look at SSD prices, it's like disgusting to think about how much money I've spent on SSDs. Like initially, we're going back to 2012, 2013, and everybody knew back then like SSD prices were going to come down dramatically because at that point, SSDs were already getting kind of cheap. But now, a terabyte for $90 is kind of insane. You can use this for bulk storage, and it'll be really great. It'll be great for storing a lot of games. If you want to store videos, do video editing in it as well, that's pretty good. And a terabyte is a relatively large amount of storage space. I mean, ideally, I personally would like to have 2 terabytes, and 2 terabytes still might not be feasible for a lot of people to get that within an SSD. But I think for a lot of people, 1 terabyte is more than enough, especially if you accompany it with a mechanical hard drive, or if you have multiple drives, whatever you want to do with it, it's really up to you. But I will leave a link to that in the description box below. It will be an affiliate link, so I get a little bit of a kickback if you do buy it. But yeah, that's a very good deal. Also, do want to note that this is out of stock right now, but this has been coming in and out of stock, and it's a crazy deal. The Asus VP249 QGR 23-inch gaming monitor, 144 Hz, has been going for around $150 on Amazon. Now, as of recording this video, it's out of stock, but when it's back in stock, if you guys are looking for a 144 Hz 1080p monitor, that is an insane deal. $150 for that, that's only like, what, $40 above a regular 1080p monitor? That's a ridiculous deal, and you know, I wasn't sold on 144 Hz initially. I was just like, yo, 60 FPS looks good enough for me. I mean, the games look great at 60 FPS. But then randomly, I just impulse bought a 144 Hz monitor. It was on sale. I was at Best Buy, and it was a 1440p monitor, relatively cheap, and completely changed how I viewed 144 Hz. It's that kind of difference that when you go from 1080p or 720p, I should say, to 1080p, you just can't go back. I cannot go back to 60 Hz anymore, as long as the game supports 144 frames or just higher than 60 FPS. It is such an experience to play games at above 60 FPS. I really thought I wouldn't be able to notice the difference, but man, it looks great playing at 144 Hz. Honestly, maybe I'm being a little bit too hyperbolic. I could probably go back to 60 Hz, but ideally, I would like to go 144 Hz. And I'll say this, I would rather play games at 1440p 144 Hz than I would at 4K 60 Hz. So that might say something to you guys, and you guys might know me that I am one of the more graphics people that you're going to come across. I love to have good visuals in a game, high resolution, maxed out settings, things of that nature, but 144 Hz is a dream, and I highly recommend you guys to at least give it a shot, especially if you can get a monitor like this for $150. Again, it's been coming in and out of stock. Right now, it's out of stock, but maybe they'll restock it sometime soon. Alright, moving on from that, Steam Game Festival Summer Edition just got delayed. Now, it got delayed until June 16th, and it will be lasting until June 22nd. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world right now. I talked a little bit about that. You guys are probably abundantly aware of what's going on, but the Steam Game Festival Summer Edition will feature a lot of playable demos, mostly from indie developers, which might be a little bit unfortunate. I was hoping that this time around maybe they'll incorporate some bigger titles, but hey, Summer Game Festival is still happening, and Jeff Keighley, we know that he wants to incorporate game demos as a part of that, so we might be getting bigger game demos in the future, whether it be a Cyberpunk 2077, I don't know, maybe that's a little bit too much of a stretch, but nevertheless, some of the confirmed titles at this point include Alteria Adventures, Shaycon X Astro Defense, Onireke, D-Powerball, Project Haven, Toxicon, Super Rocket Ride, Dwarf, Sea of Craft, you've got Milky Way Prince, The Vampire Star, Dreamscaper, Company of Crime, Rise of Humanity, and more games will be present. I really like the idea of the Steam Game Festival. Now, it's something that I do see evolving over the next few years. I hope they incorporate bigger titles. Maybe they can get a lot of publishers and other developers on board. Not necessarily saying that all the big publishers and developers have to be on board with this, but the more and more notable games that are available to try out, the more the Game Festival is actually going to be looked at as a serious thing. At this point, people like me that are super hardcore into video games are going to dig it, but I don't know how much of the larger audience, the mainstream audience, is going to be a big fan of this. Now, if you started started getting games like a Cyberpunk, like these games that people are super excited for, I think that could totally change the perception, and it could be a really cool event. At this point, this is something that we're still kind of in the transitionary phase into incorporating this into gaming, but ultimately in the future, I would much rather events like this rather than, you know, an E3 where demos are just showcased left and right and nobody gets to play it and a lot of it is fluff pieces. How about you actually let us play those demos? And those demos might be, you know, prioritized to be the best scenario of a game possible, but still, at least let us play it. Let us come to our own conclusion off a snippet of a game. And I think it does games a lot of justice. I think Resident Evil 2 is very advantageous for that game to offer a demo. Final Fantasy VII Remake, another game I thought it was very beneficial to offer a demo of. I just think it makes all the sense in the world, even if it is a little bit of a financial burden. I think it does a lot for the promotional elements of a game. Nonetheless, the Steam Game Summer Festival will be happening June 16th until the 22nd. Lastly, want to give you guys a heads up on Jurassic Life, which will be a free standalone game due this year on PC. Jurassic Life is an upcoming non-commercial fan game developed by Butane. I'm hoping I said that right. It started out as a Half-Life 2 mod, which means it would have required players to own Half-Life 2 in the first place, and if you don't own Half-Life 2, you should probably smack yourself and then go buy Half-Life 2 because it's a great game. However, in a new update, the developers revealed that Jurassic Life will now be a free standalone game, and players will just need to download the source SDK 2013 from Steam. Additionally, a new gameplay video was shared and you can find it embedded below. Jurassic Life is supposed to be released later this year. An official description notes Jurassic Life is a Source Engine fan game based on the classic franchise Jurassic Park. The biotechnology corporation known as InGen, created and led by the rich billionaire Joe Parker Hammond, built a park on Costa Rican Bay Island called Jurassic Park. This park is somewhat special as it allows fortunate people to see real-life dinosaurs created from a combination of genetic manipulations and dinosaur blood found in fossilized ember. We allowed ourselves to adjust miscellaneous things from the original story in order to intensify the gaming experience. We looked at the gaming aspect at the same time, worked on making the levels, characters, and events recognizable, essentially meshing the first movie's original storyline and the modified one to still be able to revive some of the movie's moments. To now, what we have also added some novel elements from the first JP book. In Jurassic Life, you are Robert Muldoon, the person in charge of the safety in the park. Due to recent incidents, InGen investors start to worry and demand that the park calls in specialists before it's open to the public. The visit starts out well, park systems work fine so far, and everybody is amazed by seeing the first dinosaur, but unexpectedly, things are happening. In the meantime, InGen's biggest competitor, Biosyn Industry, wishes to obtain Hammond's technology. Biosyn's main advisor, Lewis Dodgson, contacts the extremely qualified programmer, Dennis Nedry, who programmed the entire Jurassic Park systems and gives him an opportunity. Furthermore, a violent tropical storm strikes the island, casting an ominous darkness over the so promising park. So this is going to be completely free to play. You just need SDK 2013, but if you don't have Half-Life 2, you should really add that to your library. Half-Life is amazing, and that's why the Half-Life 3 memes continue to go on and rage on to this day. Nevertheless, Jurassic Life will be a free standalone game, and it is coming later this year. At least that is the expectation at this point. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, the Silicon Power 1TB SSD. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. $89.99, $90 for that is quite good. Asus VP249QGR 24-inch gaming monitor, 144Hz, seemingly coming in and out of stock on Amazon. Great deal, and would strongly recommend it if it does come back in stock. Steam Game Summer Festival will be kicking off June 16th, and it'll be lasting until the 22nd, and Jurassic Life is going to be a free-to-play standalone title, and it's going to be due out this year on PC. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.